Let's read this Bible story titled The Prophets of Baal. This takes place in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18. In the 3rd year, the word of the Lord came to Elijah. Go and present yourself to Ahab, and I will send rain on the land. When Ahab saw Elijah, he said to him, Is that you, troubler of Israel? I have not made trouble for Israel, Elijah replied, but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed the Baals. Now summon the people from all over Israel to meet me on Mount Carmel, and bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent word throughout all Israel and assembled the prophets on Mount Carmel. Elijah went before the people and said, How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. But the people said nothing. So Elijah challenged the prophets of Baal and told them to sacrifice a bull and ask their God to set fire to it. They did so, shouting to Baal without success. They danced around the altar they had made. At noon, Elijah began to taunt them. Shout louder, he said. Surely he is a god. Maybe he is sleeping and must be awakened. So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and spears, as was their custom, until their blood flowed, but there was no response. Then Elijah said to all the people, Come up here to me. They came to him, and he repaired the altar of the Lord, which was in ruins. Elijah took 12 stones, one for each of the tribes descended from Jacob. With the stones, he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he dug a trench around it. Then he said to them, Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it on the offering and on the wood. Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil, and also licked up the water in the trench. When all the people saw this, they fell prostrate and cried, The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God! Then Elijah commanded them, Seize the prophets of Baal. Don't let anyone get away. They seized them, and Elijah had them brought down to the Kishon Valley and slaughtered there. Meanwhile, the sky grew black with clouds. The wind rose, and a heavy rain came on, and Ahab rode off to Jezreel. The power of the Lord came upon Elijah, and he tucked his cloak into his belt, and he ran ahead of Ahab all the way to Jezreel. Understanding the story, Elijah challenges the prophets of Baal to a contest between God and Baal. God's prophet deliberately gives his opponents every advantage, but despite this, they are defeated. And all Israel witnesses a demonstration of God's power. I love this one. Thank you, Lord, for your word. Come on back. We'll do it again.